What side you want to get on, that side or this side?
We're AJ City. It's where you'll come, where you'll land.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, we need a couple of shots too. That'd be cute. If you're down in the canyon, being alone.
There it is.
You have your sunglasses on? If you do, I'll walk too.
He always wears his sunglasses.
That's what I thought. He sleeps with them on. He sleeps with them on too.
Spill it. It's okay. Yesterday I had this song, Tiggle Bitties.
Yeah.
I had that song stuck in my head yesterday. Don't know
Jiggle
why.
bitties.
Drop them out. Let me see. Bitties.
I can't hear you.
So it's like drop them out. Let me see. Then Titty's gonna take a long look at the Tiggle Bitties. It's
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
super
can't
song.
I've never heard that before.
I'm gonna show y'all.
I've never even, very cool. I've never even heard that before. If you're down in Acuna and you ain't up to being alone, don't spend all your money on just candy, honey.
That's all. What's
What?
what's going on? What happened? What's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing. You didn't miss anything. Morgan was singing to us.
Oh.
You want to sing? You want to
heard
sing
that
it?
song?
You want to sing it?
It goes drop them out. Let me see them. Titty's gonna take a long look at them Tiggle Bitties. That's so stupid. But that's what Sarah and I
And she was
singing
stuck in
back
her
and
head.
forth. It was
Dude,
so
I'd take something for that because I wouldn't want that stuck in my head. Isn't it funny how you go to the grocery store sometimes and you start humming a song and then that's what they're playing? As you know, you can barely hear it, but
No.
you never do that?
No.
Oh, if it was Johnny Cash, you would.
Well, they don't play Johnny. They don't play Johnny in the
No,
grocery store.
not in the Tom
What are you
Thumb.
going hanging out in a grocery store?
Dude, I go shopping. Have to go grocery shopping. Your wife does that shit. I don't have a wife to do that.
Well, fuck, that ain't my problem.
I know.
Get your
That's,
wife.
that's
Go down
why.
to Acuna.
That's why I'm in the grocery store.
Did you ever see Rolling Thunder? The movie Rolling Thunder? I told about that's what I went to Acuna. That's where the big shootout was. There's some whorehouse in Acuna.
Okay, guys, we're really going to start this show. Hey, welcome back to Barside Jive. I am DC, your host, and this is my buddy AJ,
Hi.
proprietor, master bartender, master a lot of things.
I'm wore out,
Right?
man.
I know you are. You wore out from Great Fest.
My beard even hurts.
Another one in the tank.
Woo.
Well, guys,
That was a
we
big
are,
one.
yeah, it was big. We are live and on the air at AJ's Bar, located at 651 South Main Street in historic downtown Grapevine, Texas. Oh, yeah, we hope you guys had an outstanding weekend, because I know AJ did.
All the way. All the way, baby.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Had the annual Grape Fest right here in Grapevine.
Yeah, I've already decided we're taking an EFD tomorrow. An extra fucking day. Don't come and see me tomorrow.
You're closed.
I'll be closed.
Andy just stopped by and said he's closed, dude. You don't even want to look in that place. It's a disaster.
This place is just...
They tore it up. I know.
Crap everywhere.
I walk through on Saturday and I'm like,
You want some okra?
No.
Some okra down there.
No. I'm like,
Some
no.
beer-soaked okra?
This isn't my scene, man. This place was packed.
We had them there. Man, there were probably 7 people deep at the bar.
Oh, I know. I went to the kitchen. I never even walked through the door. I came into the kitchen, talked to Morgan. I was like, screw this. I went out the back. It was bad. Bad. But we hope you guys had a good time here at Great Fest. If you came or whatever you did this weekend, we hope it was freaking awesome. So, bet you made a little money, though.
Look, a couple dollars.
Couple of dollars. I bet you did. Couple of dollars.
$2, $3.
$2, $3. Oh, guys, and we've got an announcement to make. The beer guy's here.
Hey, Rudy.
We got free stuff.
Ruben.
Oh no, he sighed real loud. That means no free stuff from the beer guy. He ain't got no free
I bet
stuff.
he's going to get a bottle.
He may. Oh, you know what? He may.
Danny Keith is pushing booze now.
That's
too.
the dude that introduced us to the ballpark drink. What was it?
Cooperstown.
Cooperstown. That was pretty badass, right?
Yeah.
It was good stuff. So, so we're going to take some time off. You said an extra day?
Yeah,
Hell no. We're going to do 2 weeks.
We're going to be closed tomorrow.
So I figure that although AJ's will be open after tomorrow, Barside Jive is going to be closed for the next 2 weeks. We're going to take a much needed vacation from the show. Haven't done this in a long time. I'm talking long time. So we are going to be no show on Monday for the next 2 weeks, guys. So, but we'll crank it back up. We got some special stuff coming up. Got some great guests coming up, and you'll have a good October if you watch us. But yeah, we're going to take the next 2 weeks off. So hey, don't tune in on Mondays because we ain't going to be here. Right?
Gone.
Be out of here. Gonna take some much needed trips and relaxation. So AJ, what are we drinking today, buddy?
We're drinking Wild Acres Oktoberfest.
This is to our vacation.
Yeah, what's it called? What do they call it, Rubens?
Wild Acres.
What's Monlift?
Wild
Monlift.
Acres
Monlift.
is the place to be.
Yeah.
Isn't that the show?
Yeah, don't sing.
Oh, don't sing. Okay.
Just drink. What you got over there, Ruben?
This is 2 Bar straight whiskey. Something new we're carrying.
Something new. You got a glare. You got some glare. You got some glare action going on. We need to do something with the lighting. There you go. There we go. That looks good.
Whiskey.
All right. When we go, you want to do it now?
Let's try it.
All right.
Ruben poured us. Let's drink it.
Woo-wee. It's good stuff. This is our gift. He did bring something.
I was going to wait till I got the Amaretto.
Whew, that's good.
They do it in an Amaretto barrel and a bourbon barrel also.
They make this in a breath mint?
With a really, and still really good proof.
Yeah, 80 proof. Not bad.
80? Is that all?
Mm-hmm.
God, that's pretty low. Nothing like a little bourbon starts your morning. That's good stuff.
Oh,
2 Bar.
2 Bar.
Where's it made?
Where's that out of, Ruben?
Can't even see. There you go. I should.
I can't see.
Kentucky.
Can't see through these
Kentucky.
bloodshot eyes.
No.
Seattle?
Man, they know how to make bourbon in
Seattle?
Seattle. I thought they just smoke weed up there
Dude, that's pretty tasty for Seattle.
and shit out on the street.
How'd they have time quelling all those protests? God dang. Well, we are drinking some good stuff today, guys. We've got the
Monlift from Wild Acre. It's their Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
Very good beer.
And again, we're drinking to our 2-week vacation coming up, starting now.
Where are you going?
And I got to take a lot of little side trips. I'm going to go down to San Antonio, see my boy and my lovely daughter-in-law. And then I may take a trip to out west.
You're gonna bring me a souvenir?
Of course I'll bring you a souvenir. Of course.
We went to Colorado a couple weeks ago.
I know you did. And I missed you.
Yeah.
I had to call you. I missed you so bad.
Yes, sir.
It was horrible. I didn't realize I'd have that empty feeling like I did.
Oh,
You want me to sing a song? I think it's appropriate right now to sing a song.
Yeah.
You don't?
No.
No, okay. You'd rather me just pass?
Yeah,
Just
nobody needs to hear that.
go right by it. When you're down in the coon. Today's show is dedicated to my friend Buddy Blaze Webster. No one knows him by Buddy Blaze Webster except a few people, because everybody knows him as Buddy Blaze. Musician, guitar tech, and legendary guitar maker who passed suddenly from this planet to his eternal home on August 17th, just last month. You know, I met Buddy at a Texas Jam anniversary show at the historic Longhorn Ballroom a number of years ago, and just like that, we became buddies. Brothers from different mothers. Just over 4 years ago, to date, on August 28th, 2018, no, that's not true. Just over 4 years ago, Buddy and I sat down on August 28th of 2018 at 12:40 p.m. at the bar at Sloan & Williams Winery, just down the street here in Grapevine, where we chatted about his career for over 2 hours. Today, I will broadcast part 2 of that chat for the very first time. No one has seen it. Not even Joyce, his wife. So, hey, what is Mike Tyson's favorite rock band? Take a
I don't
guess.
know the guy.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Boxer?
I don't know him.
Yeah,
I know who he is.
You don't know who his favorite band is? Everybody knows that.
AC/DC?
No, Kith.
Kiss. Yeah.
Kith. We got to laugh out of somebody there. The beer guy. He's laughing back there. See? So we earned another drink,
It was
probably.
kind of a courtesy laugh, I think.
Courtesy, was it? I don't know. He's still chuckling. I think it was a little more than a courtesy. So, guys, where are we at? Did we ever start the intro? I don't think so. Okay, we're going to start the show. No, let's really start the show. AJ, say start the show.
Start the show.
Okay, guys, and since we started our intro a little bit late, but we did get it started, Barside Jive is sponsored by the legendary Zoo. Say the Zoo.
The Zoo.
The Zoo.
On vocal.
That stuff always works for you.
Yeah.
I must be living wrong. Well, guys, the legendary Zoo is the king of classic rock. It's got those deep cuts, those B-sides, all that stuff you're never going to hear on corporate radio. The Zoo is streamed 24/7, 365.
And the list goes on.
Absolutely it does. And besides being a musician, the hot rod guitar tech of choice in Dallas-Fort Worth back in the 80s, and a guitar designer mastermind. He was a husband to Joyce, a father, a grandfather, son, brother, and friend to very many. And I'm happy and blessed to have been a friend. So let's do a tequila shot to Buddy.
I'm gonna have bourbon.
You're going to have bourbon. I got tequila.
You got mezcal.
I got a mezcal, baby.
Cheers.
Here we go. Morgan's getting in on this. All right, here we go. That's to you, buddy. Woo, that's good. So, this dude goes in the bar.
Which bar?
Your bar.
All right.
Are you tired of bar jokes? Okay. You want to hang around for this?
As long as they're funny.
What's that dude's name?
Eric.
Eric, you want to hang around for this? See if it's funny. Is he on the clock?
Yeah.
I'll hurry. So this dude goes to the bar and orders 3 shots tequila, right? What's the special occasion, the bartender asks him. I should say AJ asks him. I'm celebrating my first blowjob, he replies. Oh, don't laugh yet. I haven't got the punchline. Well, congratulations, the bartender says. The next one's on the house. Nah, thanks anyway, he said. If 3 shots won't get that taste out of my mouth, nothing will. Hey, was it good?
It was decent.
It's decent.
It was decent.
Beer guy didn't laugh. He owes us more bourbon. All right, guys, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. Just search Barside Jive Live at youtube.com and click subscribe, and then click that little bitty bell. AJ, you ready? To receive notifications when I post my premium content, which is free to all you guys because you're righteous people. And that'll bring us up to our featured guest segment, which is sponsored by our friends over at, where, AJ?
Fog Hat Cellars.
That be right.
Hi DC, thanks for having us on your show. And for you folks, I'm Roger Earl of the band Foghat, and these are our wines. Foghat Cellars. This is a Chardonnay from Monterey County, absolutely delicious. 2014. We have a 2013 Pinot Noir from Monterey County. It's absolutely fabulous, a wonderful drinking wine. If you like Pinots, you'll love it. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles. All our wines come from Central Coast of California. Steve Rasmussen is our winemaker, though in fact myself and Linda actually get involved in the making of some of our wines. Drink, enjoy, go to foghatcellars.com to find out how to get them. Thanks, bye.
Yeah, you got to boogie. All God's children got a boogie till the break of dawn.
You don't remember a movie named Blackland something? It wasn't? Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay. Hey guys, AJ's got something he wants to tell you.
Hey, don't forget to use our special coupon code Barside Jive at checkout screen for 20% discount off your purchase. And you can also get an autographed bottle from the legendary drummer Roger Earl, the only remaining member of the classic Foghat lineup.
That be right.
Go get them.
Go get them. Go get them. Hey, we got to welcome Reed Dixon to the show.
All right.
He's got an event he wants to talk about.
Very cool.
Okay, cool. Come on, Reed.
I'll just mosey on over here.
You want a beer?
Do you want a beer?
Yeah, sure, I guess.
What-
Usually I'm on heroin right now, but no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you look like you're on
Yeah,
heroin.
yeah. Speaking of Foghat, that's one of the best bands I've seen. I've seen them like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
They were never the headliner, but they were always back up to other. But they always almost blew the other band off stage. They were a great band.
Well, they're great friends of ours, and in fact, Roger Earl stood right down there at the end of the bar after they had the after party down here when they played Great Fest years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and they were all here. We all partied all night long, but we didn't just drink wine. We didn't.
Yeah.
We know the band's favorite is wine, but we didn't just drink wine, did we, AJ?
No, we
I think 2 bottles of tequila. Yeah, I believe it because. Woo-wee! I think
Right from the bottle.
I think I took a golf cart.
Didn't even use a shot glass.
I think I took a golf cart home. It was interesting. Well, hey, I do want to welcome Reed Dixon. There's a very important reason he's here is because we've got an event coming up on October 30, right, Reed?
October 30th, Legal Draft Beer Company at the Urban Union Complex in Arlington. And of course, DC is my MC. DC, the MC, the man about town, the bon vivant. He's the one that knows everybody. You know?
I'll try.
Anybody in the music business, he knows them.
A couple.
Yeah, pretty much all of them. It's going to be a great event. We're going to have some 3 killer bands.
3 killer bands.
It's a Halloween spooktacular. It's going to be Sedated, the Ramones tribute band, the ultimate Ramones experience.
They're going to open the show.
They're going to open the show. They'll get that hey ho, let's go. They'll get the crowd going.
Hey ho, let's
and
go. Hey ho,
the $1 billion baby himself, Dallas Cooper band.
Dallas Cooper.
Mario. With Mario, with the full 2-hour Alice Cooper show. We're talking about the guillotine,
the whole thing,
the straight jacket, monsters,
all the props.
All the props. Perfect for Halloween weekend.
You'll love it. You'll love
and
it.
And then cleaning up and batting cleanup is in Halen.
Oh,
killer,
my God.
I mean,
Yeah.
a killer Van Halen tribute band.
Yeah.
We're talking about.
Jeff pulls off David Lee. Actually, it's David Lee Gilpin.
Yeah, he does the high kicks and everything, right?
Oh yeah.
I can't do that.
Jeff
I'll
is
have a growing injury.
All those guys from all those bands are awesome.
And here's the thing, on these events that we've had, because I think the bands actually have more fun playing in front of this is dog friendly and family friendly event.
Oh yeah.
And I think because this allows the bands to bring their kids, their parents, and they can perform in front of them. And many times I've had some of the musicians say they were so proud to play, and sometimes for the first time play in front of their kids.
I actually don't say fuck at the show.
Yeah, I actually had to tell them to quit the F-bombs.
No, I don't.
And they can't help it.
Yeah, it's family friendly.
It's in their DNA. But
I kind of cleaned it up.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you do a great job. That's why I
cleaned it up. Yeah.
This at the fourth.
Well, I do a great job because you asked me, and I want to do a great job for you.
Yeah,
because I love you so much.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great event. It's for a great cause. We're raising
Don't
money.
Get emotional.
Yeah,
because I said I love you.
Yeah, I'm getting choked up now already. My upper lip is quivering.
AJ does too.
But
when I start puckering my lips, AJ starts worrying.
But I do get sentimental about rescuing dogs. Cause that's really what it's about. And
it is
because there's always more. We've Texas Husky Rescue. We've been here. We've been in. We're a 501c3 charity. We've been doing this for about 11 years. We've rescued over 2,000 dogs.
Wow, that many!
And I personally have adopted and fostered over 100, almost 100 myself. And it's very good seeing, getting these scarecrows from shelters that have been abused, left unwanted, injured.
And they're the most loving animals because the 2 that you brought the other day. I hadn't seen them without Logger.
Yeah, Logger, the 3-legged
I haven't
dogger.
seen him in a year or 2, and he was like, I just saw him yesterday. He was just sweet as could be.
Axie, the Kosovo street dog.
Axie.
We actually rescued a dog from the streets of Kosovo. And
probably.
Yeah, they're actually my dog. Actually, is that how Buddy Blaze tunes his guitar? That's
right.
That's how he used to do it. But
Right.
I don't remember. Anyway, Buddy was at the event a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he was. Actually, he was.
And with Nona Ellison, and I had a good time. I'm really starting to get a chance to talk to him.
Chaz Bixson from the Zoo.
Chaz, yep.
From, if you listened to the Zoo back in the 70s and 80s, or early 80s, and heard Chaz, he was there.
Yeah, and I get shit because I was so busy, with the event and everything. And
you're trying to run things.
Trying to run things and making sure things are okay. But it's really a great cause. We've raised about $16,000 for Texas Husky Rescue.
Yeah.
Over the last 3 or 4 years on doing this, and it's really a worthy cause. I mean, it costs a lot of money. Like if I'm talking about Logger, the 3-legged dogger. He was found in a dumping ground in Houston. He had a broken leg that had been broken 6 months. He actually grew broken, and he was living on acorns and trash. He had parasites, he had anemia, he had heartworms, besides a broken leg and a fractured hip, and his vet bill was $10,000. And so that's a more of an extreme occurrence, but it happens more than a few times. I've actually carried dogs out on gurneys that have been hit by cars. The owner finds out they got loose and they escape and they got hit by a car. They don't want them. And so we try to rescue. There's so many dogs. So you try to pick the ones that nobody wants or nobody wants to spend money on or anything. I mean, even heartworm treatment's $700.
Right. Not to make light of it, but that sounds much like AJ's story. I mean, he's from Houston.
Yeah, living on acorns and trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, his story is pretty heart-wrenching.
I did not know that. But we can put him back
I mean,
together.
from rags to riches.
Yeah.
Look, now he owns the bar at.
This is a great bar. It's the first
It
time
is.
I've been here. It's tremendous and
It is.
a really cool place.
It's kind of a small, intimate place, but it's like Cheers. It's where all good people come to, hang
where everybody
out.
knows your name. He
Everybody.
knows my name now, so.
Absolutely.
And I know his, so next time I come in, I'll.
You
I'll
have
say hi.
to bring the dogs back.
Are you dog friendly outside?
Oh, he's dog totally. If you look out there, he's got a freaking water
It's all a
bowl.
dog bowl there.
There's probably 5 bowls out there.
Yeah,
because
he's totally dog
we're always
friendly.
looking for dog friendly
He-
sponsors and.
He was a dog handler.
I did it for 8 years in Air Force.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a dog handler.
Gary Gray, he was a dog man. He was a guy, and he was in training. And in fact, I was trying to get some dog training people. One of the guys that I know is a known dog whisperer, Nelson Hodges. and
We
he-
should involve AJ. He loves dog. We should involve him in the event.
Yeah, he probably never trained Huskies though, because they're smart command wise. I mean, smart cognitive thinking wise, but
Right.
they don't like commands. Unlike
Right.
shepherds or other breeds.
Breeds,
But,
right.
And that's the thing. We're trying to raise awareness for Husky rescue because everybody likes to see these cute blue-eyed puppies they see on Craigslist. They go, "Oh, I want a Husky puppy," and then they get them to home and they're 6 months old and they're tearing the house.
You
up
really
because
don't.
They're active sled dogs and they get
Yeah.
bored easy. They're real smart. They need
like to chew on
buddies.
furniture.
Yeah, they're not good with cats for the most part. They'll turn your upholstery into just confetti.
Yeah.
Wow.
But with some training though, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, they're great dogs, and you just like any breed, you have to
Yeah.
realize what you're getting into, whether it's a German Shepherd or a Boxer or Chihuahua. They all have their unique characteristics of the breed, and but we get lots of Huskies here in Texas in rescue because everybody wants these cute puppies, and they discard them, and sometimes. They're just too much trouble, and you got to spend time with them. But they're great dogs. I mean,
Hey.
I really enjoy them. That's why I like them.
I want to interject this before I forget, but I got Jeff Gilpin coming on the show in October.
Cool.
Mario Tremaine is coming on the show in October, and I'm gonna let you get the dude from Sedated.
Lance, let's see if I get Lance.
See if you get Lance.
Okay.
I've got a date for you. I just need to. That's
Okay,
what I was
cool.
trying to reach you about.
Okay.
So we're going to get the guys from these different bands to come on the show and kind of promo with the weeks leading up to it. And be sure to check out our Facebook page, Barside Jive, because we've got some videos we're going to be posting.
Yes, and also we have Facebook, Texas Husky Rescue is there, and we gladly accept donations. In fact, we need some more sponsors and vendors. We're always
for the
looking
event.
You got to pay for these guys and pay for the. But the show is free. Here's the thing: it's a free show. We're
Right.
just relying on generous donations, and these are 3 killer bands. This is a great lineup: Ramones, Alice Cooper, and Van Halen. I mean, it's a classic rock Halloween spooktacular. We're going to have dog costume contest, maybe some kids, some face painting for the kids, like little kitty cat faces and puppy dog faces. I won't paint my face, but I might do the Alice Cooper eyes thing.
You know the weather's going to be great. The weather's going to be great. It's going to be a great day. It starts at noon, ends about 6. You still got time to go out and do whatever you want to do that evening. Come out, your shorts, your halter tops, your t-shirts. Come out and support these animals and make a contribution if you can, and enjoy
Any
legal
amount,
draft beer.
is gladly accepted.
Any amount, yeah.
Any amount, and we're a 501c3, so your donations are can be tax deductible, and we do appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to these bands. I'm looking forward to. I've seen them before. I haven't seen Van Halen. I've seen Dallas Cooper, and that's a tremendous show.
Oh,
And,
they're all good.
yeah,
I
they're
can
all
tell you that.
great.
I'll vouch for them. They're all good. And guys, be sure to check out while you're there Cartel Taco and the Four Kahunas Tiki Bar. I've been there. I've eaten there. I've drank there. The people are awesome. Legal draft beer, of course. And you can even throw some axes over there at the axe throwing place.
Yeah, Lone Star Axe Throwing. I got to talk to him, Mitesh, the owner. He's a great guy. But the Cartel Taco Bar, we're going to have for 2 hours. We're going to have the tequila shot girls. We're going to have a tequila promo.
Guys,
so we're going to have
tequila shot
tequila
girls
shot
right
girls, yeah.
there
dressed
at
in
the
their
same
tequila
time.
shot glory.
There you go. So it's a full day of
Yeah.
a lot of fun. And then when you're done there, you can drive over to Grapevine, stop by AJ's before you head north.
Right, in fact, that's the thing. You know, we're closing early. It's a family. It's a day event.
Yeah.
Family friendly, dog friendly.
Right, AJ?
Still got time to take your kids out trick or treating that night. In fact, Dallas Cooper has a gig that night playing at Oscars in Burleson. So that's why they're playing the middle set because they got to tear down and go on while Van Halen cleans up. But it's going to be a great show.
What was the date again?
The 30th.
October 30th. 12 to
October
6.
30th, 12 to 6.
Legal
We will
draft.
see you guys. It's downtown Arlington. You can't miss it. It's just a few blocks, two blocks,
500 East
east
Division.
of where I used to work.
Yeah, 500 East Division at the Arlington Urban Union Complex. Parking's free. Get there early if you want to get a good spot. The show is free. Legal Draft is donating a proportion of each beer. I think the last time we sold over 900 beers. We had about 1,000
900.
last year. And,
Wow.
And 900 beers in 6 hours. Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
I drank 700 of them. That's why I probably wasn't talking too well, but not.
thank you for your support of Texas Husky Rescues. And
Thanks for having me on the show.
Look
Appreciate
forward
it.
to having you come out on the 30th for the event.
It's going to be fun.
All right.
Be there or be square.
All right. Okay, guys, as I mentioned earlier today, my guest is the infamous Buddy Blaze. Buddy Blaze Webster, Buddy Blaze, the legendary Buddy Blaze, best known as a guitar creator for designing the paint job for Pantera's Daryl Abbott's Dean from Hell guitar, as well as the famous Night Swan guitar used by Vivian Campbell of Whitesnake. You know, guys, Buddy had such a sweet spirit and could tell the best stories that would mesmerize you for hours. Today, many of those stories, or at least some of those stories, you will hear for the first time, and it'll help you to gain some insight into who Buddy Blaze really was. So I hope that you'll grab a beer, have a seat, and join Buddy Blaze and I as we chat over the next 30, 35, 40 minutes or so. So I'll be right back with Buddy after this quick break. I'll be right back with Buddy Blaze after this quick break. Dimebag.
Oh, that kid.
Gotta talk about Dimebag.
I didn't know him as Dimebag.
You should know him as Daryl.
His name's Daryl.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Yep.
You know, would
That's
you
right.
spell it the same
We
way?
spelled different, yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Darrell.
No, that's me.
That's how he spelled it.
I thought he had a Y in his.
No,
Okay.
that was Daryl Jones from the Stones. He had a Y.
There you go. Yeah.
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 But
You ever meet Mick Taylor?
oh, Mick Jagger or
Mick
Ta-
Taylor.
Yes. Yeah, I met Mick Taylor.
Great guitar player, isn't he?
Yeah, you know what's funny? He had a manager. His name's Ed. Ed F. I know his last name, but you know, just for rights of privacy, I'm not gonna
Disclose it.
So I'm living in New York, and I'm playing some gal's birthday party one night, and this guy sees me playing this birthday party, and it was just a jam. It's just, you know, like me and Andy Timmons got together and jammed at somebody's birthday party.
Right.
And so anyway, it turns out this guy's Mick Taylor's manager, and so he asked me to go to the studio, and there's this act he's thinking about managing. He asked me to go into the studio and lay some guitar tracks on this track, and I said sure. So I go grab my guitar and my amp. I had a little 50-watt Marshall combo. Took a cab. You know, New York, that's a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And so anyway, I go to this session. It was just, I hated the producer. And I'm listening to the song, and I just get nothing from it. I'm like, I have zero inspiration. I'm like, man, I don't know. And we'll play a solo over it. Over what? When you finish writing the song, give me a call. And the guy goes, well, Neil Giraldo could come in here and do it. He's my friend. And I go, well, good. Call Neil Giraldo and get him to come in here and do it. So anyway, you know, I go get a cab, go back to my apartment, call Ed up, and I said, hey, Ed, that didn't go well. I said, the song's not done. And he said, they tried to get Mick to do it. He said the same thing. And I'm going, if Mick Taylor and I see it the same way, then I must be right,
You
man.
must be right,
You
yeah.
know? But
Absolutely.
No, Joyce and I went out one night and watched Mick play in New
Yeah.
York. And to me, I mean, Monkey Man and stuff like
Oh,
that.
Monkey Man's my favorite Stone.
You know?
Well, Can't You Hear Me Knocking and Monkey Man are my two favorite
But
Stone songs.
I'd actually hung out with Mick Jagger before I ever met Mick Taylor.
Really?
Yeah. He was totally different than you would expect.
Huh.
He was very reserved, very pleasant, very gentlemanly-like, and he was a really, really gracious host.
Huh.
And I was one of like 5 people invited to watch his band. Satriani was a guitar player in this band, but I was invited to watch his dress rehearsal before they did their little solo tour. And
Now, when was this?
this would have been 88, something like that.
Okay.
So anyway, we were at SIR in New York in the big room, and I'm sitting on a floor, man. There's a tape line at the edge of stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like literally sitting there, my feet are crossing this line.
Yeah.
Got Mick Jagger like singing all these great Stones songs.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? This is like not real.
Right.
I'm 27 years old. Again, I'm that guy making guitars in the garage. How the
Right.
hell did I end up here?
Here.
And so when it was all said and done, the guy that takes care of Mick and Keith, you know, pretty much is a guy named Pierre. He's a really good friend of Joyce's and mine. He's a brother. And so anyway, Pierre says, stick around, buddy. You know, hang out with Mick a little bit. So the whole room clears. You know, all these other guys, they've been in rehearsal for a while. They're sick of, they just want to go home. But so Mick hangs out for a little while with Pierre. And I go over and Pierre goes, hey, Mick, I want you to meet my friend Buddy. You know, hey, mate, nice to meet you, Mick Jagger. I'm like, buddy, you know,
Buddy.
and it's like, and so he goes, and he goes, you know, would you like a beer? And I go, absolutely. And he lifts his cooler up, and it's full of ice and beers, and he reaches in a Corona, Heineken. And he's like digging out 2, 3. Mick, no assistant, no nothing. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, other pop stars would, you know, there's this one guy in Whitesnake that I'd be on the bus and they go, buddy, would you like a beer, man? And I go, absolutely. Turbo, get buddy a beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It was like that.
Yeah,
I'm not going
an
to say who.
assistant.
I ain't going to say who. But
Give an NDA.
no, I just ain't going to do it because he's still alive. Anyway, but I'm sitting there going, just Mick was like so down to earth.
Yeah.
But he wasn't that snappy, witty guy like Keith was.
Yeah.
So that really blew my mind
yeah.
that these guys, when you're actually hanging out with them one by one,
Right
they're
on,
totally
yeah.
different people than you'd expect. So
Uh-huh.
Daryl, how'd we get there?
Dimebag Daryl.
Daryl.
Yeah,
And
Daryl.
So when I was a machinist, you know, my wife worked for the same company. It was LTV, big, you know, oil field and aerospace company.
Right.
So anyway, my factory was literally across the alley from their factory. So we wouldn't drive 2 cars to work. Her hours were different than mine, but I would get off and hang out in her office for half an hour till she got off work.
Right.
She'd go into work early because, you know, she'd go in early with me and I'd leave late with her, but it saved a couple of car trips. And one day I walk in there, pick Joyce up, and this lady goes, Joyce says you play guitar. And I go, yes, ma'am. And she goes, my son plays guitar too. And I'm like, the first instinct that you have when somebody does that to you,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear her son play
Right.
guitar.
Right.
You know, so I'm like,
You got an eye roll going
I'm
on
like,
inside your head.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, no.
And then
Yeah.
she goes, he won the Arnold and Morgan guitar contest. And I go, what? So, and then I'm getting lessons.
Now you're listening.
I'm listening now. I said, what's your son's name? She goes, his name is Daryl. And I go, and that was Carolyn Abbott, Daryl and
Right.
Vince's mom.
Right.
And so I'm taking lessons at the time from this kid named Clint Strong, who locally is, you know, great pop fusion player.
Mm-hmm.
He played for many years with Merle Haggard. I mean, this guy's a monster. And here's these 2 16, 17-year-old kids in Arlington, 2 just incredibly monster guitar players. So anyway, go back to Carolyn for a minute. Carolyn said there, well, my boys are opening up for Savvy's over at the Savvy Club. And I go, I love Savvy's, man. We're going to come out and see it. We love Savvy's, so we're going to come out and see it.
Sure.
So we go out and watch these guys play. And they had like a 20-minute opening set. And they played Lady of the 80s, I swear to God, from Loverboy. And you know, I Want to Rock by April Wine, stuff like that. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Stuff like that.
Right.
It was just, and I see this kid playing this big old ass guitar, and he's so tiny. I mean, he's maybe 5'3", 5'4", and he maybe weighs 80 pounds. And he's got this tin grin, this big old smile, and just all metal.
Yeah.
That's where it started with him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, he's pretty good. So I asked Clint, I go, you ever hear this kid Abbott, this Daryl Abbott guy? And Clint says to me, yeah, he won the Arnold Morgan guitar contest. I go, oh, he's for real, you know? So I go see him. They play pop songs, no solos. I'm going, he's pretty good. The most amazing thing was the guitar he was playing. It was so huge.
Yeah.
So anyway, we met after that show, and you know, his mom, my mom's there, his mom's there, all family circle. We're all hanging out, and I meet, you know, the Abbott brothers and Terry and Rex, and so you know, Daryl and I exchanged phone numbers, and he would call me up, and he'd say things like, he goes, hey, dude, we're playing the Aragon Dance Land tonight, doing 3 sets. I go, awesome. He goes, can I borrow your cordless? Because I had a wireless back in those days, and I was like one of the first guys to have a wireless in the Metroplex. I go, yeah, sure. Can you give me a ride? I'm running late. You know, that kind of stuff. And I mean, that's what
Wow.
it was like. He's just this teenage guy.
Right.
And so anyway, we hit it off. And the first time I saw him at Aragon Dance Land, in the middle of one of their sets, he rips into this guitar solo. And I swear to you, I had never at that point in my life seen anybody physically do what he did. I mean, anybody. and it was Van Halen, you know, it was Eruption with Randy Rhoads' version of Revelation, Mother Earth, with him in the middle of it, with Daryl in the middle of it, you know, something he did, but he was in every bit of it, and I was just stunned. My jaw was on the floor. I had just never seen a human do what Daryl could do.
Wow.
16, 17 years of age, just the most amazing guitar player. There was no doubt ever in my mind that he would make it. And every wonderful thing that happened to him, he deserved it. And here's to Daryl. Love you, Daryl.
Absolutely.
Forever.
Cheers.
What a loss.
Yep. Tragedy. It's pure tragedy. And, you know, the loss that Jerry Abbott's had to suffer losing both of his boys is just, no father should ever be put through that.
No.
My heart goes out to him.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so
you built him some guitars, didn't you?
no, what happened, the story gets retold to suit certain people's needs, but the truth of the matter is that Daryl had won this guitar, the Arnold Morgan guitar thing. He'd won a couple other things too. He'd won a Charvel and he'd won an ESP and stuff like that. But he knew that I really liked the Dean ML model at that time. So he wanted to buy this yellow Formula Firebird car. And it was his first car. So he tried to sell me this real ugly maroon Dean ML. And I just said, Daryl, don't sell it. It's a trophy. And I said, one day when you're 50 and you have grandkids, you're going to say, you know, I won this thing. And they're going to go, sure, Grandpa. And I said, you can go to the closet, whip it out, and show it to him. And he's like, well, Buddy ain't going to buy it. You know what I mean? So I have this singer in my band. He sells it to the singer in my band. And I had just spent over like $1,300 on this Kramer because it had a Floyd Rose on it. And so anyway, my singer comes, it's the only guitar I have with a Floyd. My singer comes walking into rehearsal with this big old case, and I know it's a Dean, and I know exactly what's in it, and he's got a grin, look what I just got. And I said, I know what's in there, and I said, you're not leaving with that guitar. You can have any guitar I own, just you're leaving that guitar behind. And of course he takes my most expensive, newest guitar with a Floyd Rose, and I end up with that ugly red guitar. And so I only played blue guitars, and I was willing to go black with that Floyd, you know, and that Kramer, but it's a really nice guitar, but I could live with black. I couldn't play a maroon guitar. So I painted this thing this ugly candy apple blue and slammed a Floyd on it and did some stuff to it. And I was bored with that after a while. I got sick of turning on MTV and seeing cartoonish stuff like from Autograph and Twisted Sister and stuff like that. And I go, somebody needs to do a real Lightning Storm guitar. So, you know, next thing you know, this guitar's got a Lightning Storm on it. And then this gets close to the time where Vivian and I hook up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at this guitar show. I have this guitar sitting, I had a booth, and I have this guitar sitting in my booth. And Daryl sees it and goes, dude, can I swear? Can you beat me? You know, because I'm trying to talk like Daryl, but because Daryl just, dude, I fucking gotta have that fucking guitar, man. Will you make me a fucking copy, man? I'm kind of like, you know, yeah, I'll make you a copy. Because when Dean had gone out of business in the interim, so I actually bought several unfinished MLs from Dean Zielinski. So I had a few bodies sitting around. At that moment, I didn't know I was going to be going to Kramer, but I just said I'm really busy, so I'll get around to it when I get around to it. And
Right.
so anyway, the decision was made that I'm going to Kramer. So I went over to Daryl and I said, look, just borrow this guitar, dude. I'll fuck it up. I'll scratch it. And I'm like going, I'm going to brag to people. See, nobody at that time locally we knew who Daryl was, but he wasn't famous.
Right.
And I just said, someday I'm going to brag to people that you scratch my guitar. And he goes, oh man, I'm going to do it. And I go, I know you are. And so anyway, after a couple of weeks, he calls me up and he goes, dude, I want to change the pickup on this thing. And I go, just keep the original in the case, so you can make it right again, and then after a couple of weeks, he calls me and goes, dude, what's it going to take, man? He goes, I can't let this guitar go back to you. I got to keep it. This is my baby, man. I love this guitar. It's my favorite guitar ever. On and on. He's going. And I go, remember when I told you not to sell your trophies? And he said, yeah. And I said, well, you know, you're lucky it ended up with me. Just keep it. And it was just like that. And
Wow.
so I didn't make it for Daryl. I really made it for me.
Right.
But Daryl loved it. And, you know, I couldn't be more proud that it was his hands.
Yeah.
And I love Daryl. And yeah, you know, it was such a tragedy to lose him in such a horrible way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I loved him, you know, to this day. Never stopped loving him.
Yeah.
Now, Tony Iommi was the godfather of metal.
Right.
Dimebag Darrell was the greatest metal guitar player ever, bar none. No one's ever come close, period. Irreplaceable.
Well, then we lost his brother, Vinny.
Yeah, that's sad.
It's a tragedy in itself, but the way that Daryl went out, you know, it's just hard to accept.
I'm hoping that there's this beautiful place, and Daryl just wanted his drummer back. Maybe Mom wanted her boys together.
Right.
Let's just
I'm sure
let's
they
just
are.
say there's a possibility.
I'm sure they're together. Yeah, absolutely they are.
And you know, just only wish the best for him.
What about Bon Jovi?
Well, you want to talk about John, or you want to talk about Richie, or the band, or what?
The whole thing.
At Kramer, you know, being located in Neptune, New Jersey, we were right in the land of Bon Jovi.
Right.
And we did a lot of stuff with Richie. A lot of stuff. He had his own, you know, Kramer model guitar and everything. And really sweet guy. And, you know, just every time I turned around, Richie's in the office. Richie's in the office. So, you know, and Joyce and I, you know, we would walk into a mall, and of course, you know, we're long-haired guys. We look like we're in bands, and it would be like this. If I would see Richie in you know, the Paramus Mall or something. Hey, Richie, what you do? Oh man, I'm gonna go. All right, so we're gonna go over to this place. Yeah, see you, Bert. You know, because if we stood together 5 minutes,
right.
there would be 40 freaking people there.
Oh yeah.
You know,
right.
and it would be like,
right.
Joyce is getting a jacket. So see you in a while. You know,
yeah,
that
right.
kind of stuff. But
right.
no, Richie, you know, when the smoke all clears and everything, you know, part of one of the most successful bands in history, and really good guitar player, really great singer. I think he's underrated as a singer, and you know, I mean, classics. I mean, the thing I hated most about Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi was that song "Wanted Dead or Alive."
Mm-hmm.
If you worked in a music store, that was the song that replaced "Stairway to Heaven."
Oh yeah.
Nothing's more disgusting than to listen to somebody do a really bad job of playing "Wanted
right.
Dead or Alive."
Right.
I mean, that is the kind of thing that would make me not want to go to work.
They wore it out.
And I think they still do. That's why I can't walk into music
yeah.
stores much anymore.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that's the worst thing about Bon Jovi is that song was too big.
Yeah. So who are you currently making some guitars for?
I'm actually in the middle of one for Terry Glaze, who's the original singer for Pantera and singer for Lord Tracy.
Right.
And
cool.
His is really freaking cool. And I'm doing stuff for this band, a Rebel Few, out of Kitchener-Waterloo,